Hello adventurers, I'm Gray and welcome back to Dicey Dungeons. We played as the Ice Witch last time. I know she's holding fire in this picture right here, but we used ice magic and we tore through those enemies, or I guess shattered those enemies. You gotta turn them to ice and then break them apart, right? Is that how it works? I wonder if ice and fire work well as a combo. Or, when you think about it realistically, would ice and fire work well as a combo or poorly? Because would you be able to like freeze them and do extra damage because now that they're frozen, fire is better? Or is it just like, would they just counter each other, so you freeze them and the fire just melts it and then they're just fine? I feel like in games it's often like, fire is strong on ice, but I don't know if it really would be. Well, you know what? It's fine. It's fine, this is too much thinking for me. So because it's too much thinking, we're gonna go with the character that is the most random of all. I guess not really the most random. Oh, I guess kind of the most random. Because we build a hand, we build a deck, and then we hope that we get the right stuff from the deck. But we can still manipulate it to support us, so you know what? We can make it work. So let's see what our next quest is here. Not just a Jester. A straightforward adventure for a straightforward warrior, but you're a Jester. So, standard rules. I feel like this is going to be real wacky. Real strange. Real strange. Oh, it's you again. Oh, no. How's the despair going? What about the sickening waves of regret? Pretty much under control, to be honest. You know this is going to end terribly. I was already trapped for eternity. That is ending terribly. Well, next time round, you won't have a cushy job in the introductions and razzle-dazzle department. You'll be down to level 1, hanging out with the frog and that unbearable space guy. All day, every day. I love the references to just the enemies in the game. You know what they say? A change is just as good as a holiday. Well, you should enjoy this change I'm making to the rules then. In you go. Oh, okay. Well, I say oh, but I have no idea what the change in the rules is. Hey, you can spend time with that frog guy, though. He's a pretty cool guy. So let's see. We have our deck, as per usual. Currently only consists of sword. But sword is nice. We're going to fight Hothead with sword. I'm going to cut fire. Also, just real quick to read the comments. There weren't that many comments I wanted to read through, but maybe like 1 or 2. I heard that there's... I was told there's 2 versions of Sorceress, Ice and Fire. Because they remembered seeing her needing 4s or higher to unlock or activate her special equipment, which is a theme for Fire Dice. And also, the Rat King AI is absolutely terrible. The dev knows it's terrible, and that's why they're often not considered to be a dangerous enemy, even if they have some powerful moves. But it's hard. The devs had a hard time fixing that because it would break other things in the game. And then they were hoping I wouldn't run into Madison as the final boss last time, which is when I was playing as the Ice Witch. But Madison had a change, and so it didn't really matter too much. I was able to hurt her just fine with ice magic. Yeah, so Madison just has higher HP now, and is not immune to ice anymore. Anyway, let's re-roll this 2 here. Let's re-roll this 4 here. Yeah, I'll re-roll it for fun. You know what? I doubt I'm going to die on these first 2 fights anyway. I should have gone to the 4, but you know, I could have gotten a 5 or a 6, you know? That hurts. Okay, we got a 5 if we need it. Never mind, we got a 6. That did hurt quite a bit, but you know what? We're gonna get more cards to fight with this time, so it's fine. Yeah, collect all, sure. More damage is more good, as they say. So now we can re-roll this, double it, and just wreck this guy in 1 shot. Quickly, frog. I'll never be on level 1 with you! I feel like now's a good time to give a little life update, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Like, I wanted to do a separate update video, so I might still do that sometime. Maybe not this week, but sometime in the coming weeks I want to do a life update video again. Oh, short sword is just like sword, but worse. Guess it makes sense. Wait. Now that I think about it, are my specials different? I feel like normally I'm supposed to see what's coming up next in my deck. and then I can, and then I'm supposed to have an ability that lets me use anything that's doubled, like, immediately for free. I have completely different abilities this time. That's a little bit weird. Regardless, we dealt max damage we could, which is half this guy's HP. Normally, I'm usually focused on the game and Dicey Dungeons, so I don't really have too much time to talk about, or too much. It's hard for me to think about life stuff when playing Dicey Dungeons, but you know what? Is fine. Alright. Well, we're gonna have to do this and then see if we can get something lower. I'll just do it. We'll get him next turn anyway. But it has been so busy for me right now. So busy. Like, incredibly busy. Every day, I'm doing my best to, like, get ahead of my work, get ahead of the game. Do I Fury him? Do I want to Fury him? Do I need to Fury him? I don't think I do. I think I just do this and then just, like, take 2 damage and deal 2 damage and finish him. And then I stay Fury for the next fight. But just school has been overwhelming. I've been trying to get as much done as possible every single day and just try and get ahead of them. Repeat next action, flip a dice upside down. To be honest, do I really care about these two? Not really. That might have been a bad idea, but I feel like I don't want them. And I can always go back and grab them if I want to later. Right now, though, I've done so much work these past 2 weeks that I feel fairly caught up. I still have homework to do, for sure. I got 2 exams next week, and then another exam the week after that, and then another exam the week after that, and then the week after that's finals, where I have 5 exams in 1 week. So it's just exam after exam after exam, and that's added on to like homework assignments and projects, and also lots and lots of club things. A whole lot of club things. I have so many leadership roles at my school, it is absolutely insane. I should probably actually be trying to kill this guy. Let's do that. Alright, we can't use that, so we'll re-roll this. Oh, we have 2 re-rolls, why not? Let's have some fun. Didn't make a difference. And I'm getting more club positions as well, because on one of the clubs, like, I had a position, and now I have a new position, but they added me a second one, so I have 2 roles in it, because no one else ran for it, and they thought that I was the best fit for it. And I have a real problem. Like, I know with myself, at this point, I know for sure, I have a real problem with saying no to people, whenever people ask me to do stuff. Like, I don't like that time, like, sort of nervous time where no one's wanting to apply for stuff, no one's wanting to do stuff. So I'm always the one who just does things, and then I end up overwhelming. Well, I say overwhelming myself. I know I'm fortunate in that I can handle a lot, and I'm good at organizing myself. Like, even with, like, 10 different club positions, and trying to go for internships in the summer as well, and trying to make connections with people, and all this good stuff for, like, career and everything, and applying for scholarships, which I'm doing an interview for, a pretty nice one coming up. I'm still able to keep my 4.0 right now. Like, I just finished a final in a really difficult class, which is cardio in pharmacy school, which is all about the cardiovascular system, and managed to get an A in the class. And A in the class, I got a good A on the final, and also got an A on every exam in that class, whereas a lot of people failed the class. So I don't know, somehow I never made below an A on any of the exams in there, and I don't know how. I guess I just like cardio. And at the same time, I'm gonna grab boomerang. Actually, not boomerang. Spike shield. At the same time, though, I feel like I don't really know anything. Like, I have that real imposter syndrome going on, where I just feel like I'm learning a lot, but I don't feel like if I went into the field and, like, was talking to patients and all that sort of stuff, that I would remember the stuff I learned. Which is really weird, because I score really well, which means I'm good at memorizing. And I feel like I'm good at memorizing for the moment. And if I go into work, I'm sure I'd learn fast. But just right now, like, I'm a quick learner for sure. But just based off of... Can I not preview my upgrades here? There was a comment earlier about previewing upgrades on the Witch, but... I don't know if I can. I mean, the sword, I think, would be the best. Oh, now... Okay, you can here. Okay, never mind. You can. But as of right now, just like off the top of my head, I just feel like I don't know things super well. What does short sword do? Upgrading sword is better than upgrading short sword. But upgrading sword, all it does is make it deal 1 more damage. That's all it does. Whereas spike shield, upgrading that will allow me to do 6, like use a 6 on it, which gives me another thing I can use dice on. So I'm gonna do that. I'll talk more in details about, like, what's going on in my life whenever I get to an actual full-on update video. I don't need a 6. I don't need a 6. There we go. I can deal really good damage though. I just need one more dice and I can just like fill up all my stuff and just deal massive damage every turn. Oh, so close to using it. I kind of want to take you out this turn, so get out of here. Yeah, I don't want you using your special ability. I didn't even read what it does. Probably should have. Doesn't matter now, because you're dead. Haha. Now, the question is, do I want spatula? Do I want to flip a dice upside down? I don't think so. I don't think I care. I mean, dice manipulation's never bad, actually. Actually, maybe I should have grabbed spatula, because what it does is you put a dice in, it gives you the flip dice out, so it doesn't actually use up a dice, and it also doesn't really use up a spot either, because once you use it, another thing will come in, so you're just able to manipulate dice. I should have grabbed it. You know what? It's too late now. Hello there, cactus. Just like in Outer Wilds, you're a prick. Actually, I want to add myself a bit of shield. I feel like it's not a bad idea. I want to roll and see if I can get a 4, just for fun. Nope, got a 1. You know what? Sometimes I just like having fun with this guy. Okay. So that hurt a little bit. So whatever I do to him, it'll basically hurt me now. But I do have the advantage of shielding myself, so I can kind of take some hits. There we go. Okay, and I still have 2 shield left. That's pretty nice. Unfortunately, he's going to be able to use... Actually, he can't add any thorns. Sick. Well, you know what that means. I'm going to keep on shielding myself, I think. Because against this guy, it's always good. Do that. And we'll try and get the highest dice possible on here. You know what, I'll just do that. I won't be able to kill him anyway, so it's not worth risking getting a 1 on it. No! Ow. I still have shield, actually. You mean you do nothing to me? Alright, and now we can kill him without him dealing any damage this turn. I think having Spike Shield on this build is a good decision, because just having a source of defense is always really nice. Always really nice. Okay, let's take out Bully. I could upgrade, could buy some new cards, but I feel like I'm capable of taking on this guy right now. I don't know, that could be my fatal folly. A horrible mistake. But I feel fairly confident. 6, there we go. Let's just do a lot of damage. Oh, there we go. I like to think that we're just walking up to this bully guy and just stabbing him with swords. Take this! Never like bullies. They're punks. There we go, and I think I can take him out this turn. Assuming I get a decent roll on this, which is a 4 or a 6. There we go. Luck of the draw. Flick of the wrist. A twitch of the leg whenever the doctor hits you in the knee. Classic phrases. Everyone knows them. Very common. Alright, well, you know what? I'll just use sword, because I do have the option to Spike Shield to get some defense if I feel like it. Yeah, let's get some shield. Yeah, decrease my damage by 1. Whatever. Whatever. I like this build. It's very simple. It's a very simple build, very easy to understand, which is good for a small brain like me, I say, after talking about doing really well at school. I'm not saying I'm smart. I'm not. I'm just happy with how I'm doing, is the thing. Like, the only person I compare myself to is myself from the past. And compared to me from the past, like, I basically don't even recognize myself in terms of... well, I love me in the past. I love me now, and I love me in the past, but I've learned a lot, for sure. But the more I learn, the more I feel like I don't know anything, is the thing. Like, every new bit of info I learn, there's like 10 more things that branch off of it that I just don't understand, and it's just impossible to memorize it all and to know it all. And it's quite overwhelming, actually.
There's only room for one cube monster in this dungeon, and it's more Marshmallow.
Good to know, Marshmallow. Good to know. Tell me more. What have we got? We got Taser, we got Bump. I do like a good old Bump, actually. And a Taser's nice, so I'm gonna grab him. What's in the shop? Shopping. Crystal Sword, Apple, which we don't need. Destroy a card. Do we have any cards that we hate? Crystal Sword, 3 times Yes. Okay, let's take a look at our hand though, see if there's nothing we want to destroy. I mean, we only have 6 cards. It's not like we have a huge deck. I mean, in real life, might have a huge deck, but not in game. I'm sorry. What does Bump do again? Allow me to use it twice. That's actually not bad for this build. Just being able to bump up my stuff and then use like Crystal Sword at like max ability and then Spike Shield at max and Sword at max. Taser, what does upgraded Taser do? Max 5 and shocks the enemy. I don't know, I kind of like having something that I can just use like low dice on, just shock them. But then again, having it deal a lot of damage would be nice as well. I'm in between. What's Crystal Sword do? Max 3 but do 3 times damage consistently. So, theoretically, Crystal Sword could do 15 damage, or I can do like 9 every turn. The thing is, I'm conflicted on whether I want to upgrade Crystal Sword, Bump, or Taser. For now, I'm going to go with Bump and consider the other ones later, because I like having that extra dice manipulation. It's always really nice to have. Can't get anything else in there. Okay, it's fine. We move on. We progress! Onwards, team! And why is this guy glowing? I'm a little bit nervous about that glowing guy. We do have full HP, though. I do want to take on Wisp, is the thing. I'm going to take on Wisp first, and then we'll check out Glow Boy. Wisp is strong against fire. Well, good thing I don't focus on fire. I focus more on shock in this pool. Actually, what have you got? You got Fool's Fire, don't click Vanish. Vanish is a pain. Okay, so this guy relies on high rolls, basically. If he doesn't roll at least a 4, so he's got a 50-50 shot of dealing, like, damage to me. Actual damage. I say we add a bit of shield. We go for a good old Taser. We bump this up. Bump up those numbers. And then we Crystal Sword this boy, if we can get, like, a 4 on this. Yep. Now that's a lot of damage. Phil Swift here. Oh man. Flex Tape. He really wants to vanish me. I feel like that's not his best option though. Could be wrong. I could be very wrong, but let's short sword him. Okay, well, I don't want to deal that little damage, so let's just do this for now. Okay, let's do this again. Let's see what we get. Sword him. And we can bump this up and just do a shock? Actually, I think we can kill him. We can't quite kill him, but we can get another one here to throw this in. We wouldn't have been able to kill him anyway, so that just stops him for the moment. Slightly. Or it shocks his Fool's Fire, so he has to waste a dice on it. Or just not care about it. Haha, you never managed to inflict Vanish, fool! Take this! The Will-O-Wisp. Alright, 7 health. We don't really need it right now. We got another upgrade, though. I do want to get an upgrade. Hammer is really nice, though. But I might end up upgrading Hammer. Let's fight Aurora first. Yeah, let's fight Aurora first. Aurora can be a bit of a pain if you have bad luck or whatever. So we'll take her out. I don't think Stereo Head's normally not a big problem. I'm just nervous about why he's glowing is the thing. So I'm just taking my time with taking out the other guys first. Shock him. Actually, shocking is really nice because it means it would take him longer to get to the mood change. Probably. Because Aurora tends to do the other things first before the mood change. Let's do that. Okay, let's do that. And let's do that. There you go, over half their HP in one turn. Oh, you're not going to be mood changing, that's for sure. But you're going to be using all of these, which you're probably going to do anyway. I'm really glad I added that defense to myself. That is annoying. Well, let's just deal a lot of damage on the sword. Short sword. And then let's get something good to put on here. I might just go with this. I think that's fine. Okay, well, what are you gonna do this time? Heat Wave. You know what? It's not too bad. You're able to use 2 of them, but I'm definitely getting you next turn, so it's fine. And we have, like, ample heals that we can use later. Because I can just Fury you and just end you, so I think that's what we're gonna do. Taser! Get shocked. Actually, it's a little bit ironic. Ironic that your own lightning would be the end of you. There we go. Let's nab Hammer and also nab an upgrade and see what would be the best thing to upgrade out of all these. So we've already done Bump. Crystal Sword would be nice to get consistently like 9 damage every time. Assuming it pops up, because sometimes we don't get through all our cards. Taser and upgrade would be nice to just deal more damage, but Hammer though. Hammer is like a better Taser anyway. Taser is 3 damage and shocks. This is shocks the enemy and you can use any damage. So I think upgrading Hammer is like a better version of Taser. Not gonna lie. So we'll go with that. Super Stereo Head. Super enemy. He's weak to shock, which just means we made a good choice. Let's do this. Okay. We have a lot of short swords. I wish short sword didn't pop up first every time. I kind of like having other things pop up. 6 damage. Do I want to deal 6 damage or do I want to deal 6 damage is the thing. I think I want to deal 6 damage. I think that'll be good. And this. We almost beat him in 1 turn. And he's only able to do 1 Echo Blast. He will weaken 2 of my dice though, but yeah, Super Stereo Head, you got nothing on me. Oh, actually, there we go, Hammer. Just because you're the evolved form doesn't mean you're strong. I don't want to get any more cards, so let's just get an upgrade. Crystal Sword? I don't think we need to do Taser now, so let's do Crystal Sword. We have a lot of cards now. Like, normally I wouldn't think this is a lot of cards because we get through them quickly, but we actually don't have enough dice to really get through everything now, so I kind of don't care about these. Though, Juggling Ball. Juggling Ball is pretty nice, but I don't want Staff. I don't really want Staff. So I'm going to ignore him. I'm going to ignore those guys. What's in here again? Nothing good? Yeah, just story card. Alright, so I'm going to end this episode of Dicey Dungeons here. We're on floor 4, about to be on floor 5, which is a good place to end off. Hopefully you all enjoyed this episode. This run's been pretty straightforward, and it's been going well. I do like my build. I like how I'm able to do just massive damage with the Jester. Jester's a fun character to play, actually. I really like playing as a Jester. If you all enjoyed this episode, I'd appreciate a like, comment, or a subscription. It really does help. Only like 15% of you subscribed, all that jazz, blah blah blah. That's all for now, and I hope to see you on the next adventure.